Okie dokie, hello everybody. A couple of days later, there's still no answer from SoFar Solar for the battery over voltage protection in the manual default user defined settings. And Plug-in Solar have sent them quite a shitty email as well, so let's try this. So with the lack of response from SoFar Solar and being stuck with a brick on the wall due to lack of communication with the older versions of the JK BMSs that need the charge. Oh, my aim's terrible. That need the charge protocols. I've been forced into the position of a BMS upgrade, one of the newer versions of. Now, for a good while now, since the troubles began, I've been in a sort of, is it going to be the Set Plus version 3 or the newer JK BMS version? Paste BMSs are just really hard to get hold of or expensive. And then bugger me, on AliExpress there's a Dali smart inverter style BMS that's significantly cheaper than everybody, but I don't fancy being a bloody beta tester. Maybe in the future. So it was a choice of two, really. Then it was a Set Plus or the JK. Whatever one I went for, it would have been wrong. So I just went for what I thought I would be familiar with, and that would be box inside a box. Oh no, where's my Stanley blade? Oh, come on. So yeah, whatever decision I made would have been wrong. So I went for the JK BMS. So it's nicely packaged by Fogstar. Box inside a box with bubbly wrap. So voila. Ooh, got looks like balance leads and communication leads and tapes and things like that. More cabley things. Plug-in boardy thing. See, I'm going deeper and deeper and deeper down a rabbit hole. I wanted to avoid technology, which is ooh, that nearly ended in tears. So everything's really nicely packaged and whatever. So there she is, the JK BMS. That's quite a nice lump to it. They're very vulnerable with them being so sort of like an open circuit board and whatever, but the JK seem to have the best sort of protection. I like that. It's a nice bit of aluminium, that is. It's a nice bit of anodized aluminium on the top of there. It's got quite a nice lumpy weight to it. So that's one of the reasons why I sort of went for the JK. The Set Plus is more of an exposed, really exposed, and the Set Plus as well had 3 terminals on it, whereas the JK has only got 2. I'm familiar with the JK app, and with watching Andy's videos on the Off-Grid Garage with installation videos and firmware updates and things like that, just seemed that the JK might be a little bit easier for me to live with. Shout out to Fogstar. It was a bit like closing the gate after the horse was already bolted. I ordered it and then I asked them if they could double check what version of the firmware was in this, and apparently it's up to date with the version 15, so tickety boo, fingers crossed. I don't know what's in the other box. What's in the other box? Bloody hell. It's the screen. The listing and the Fogstar on the Fogstar website, and the photos, losing little bits and bobs here, I've got to be careful, doesn't show the screen. So, ooh, oh bloody hell. On all of the AliExpresses and things like that, that's an optional extra. And on the old Fogstar it wasn't. Bloody hell. Whoa, that's a good bit of a good news, nice surprise for me. That was unexpected. Holy shit. Really happy with that. Right, that's as far as I'm going to go, because Clumsy Klutz here will end up losing something or damaging something. I need to write up a little to-do list of what I've got to do, and I think, you know, just things like just check that I've got ring terminals and blah blah blah. One sort of dilemma, nagging question that I have got in my head is, when I was going through the performance of connecting this bugger up, is I completely isolated it from Big Blue and turned her off from the battery. I had all the house grid tied solar turned off, so it was literally just solely that and the batteries. One thing that I'm wondering is, once I get a BMS to talk to the inverter, is money's obviously an object at the moment, so I've got 2 battery banks, but I've only been able to afford to get the 1 BMS. So will it work as a master and slave, or am I going to have 1 battery bank feeding the SoFar and 1 battery bank with the dumb BMS feeding Big Blue? So that's the quandary that I've got at the moment. And also, whilst I'm fucking about just proving out if something's faulty or if it just needed the communication, I really don't want to muck about with Big Blue or the batteries, because they're doing the heavy lifting of the household with the tumble drying and washing machine and some of the cooking and whatever. So I might try this one and that pain in my arse with my old Lito Carla battery cells that I've dragged out from down there. I'll drag them over so that I can just kind of ghetto hack it, get it talking, get it proved out, get some load running through it, and go from there. So lots to do. I need to start with ring lugs and balance leads. Ring lugs, balance leads. Need to do ring lugs, balance leads, and battery cable to and from. And I don't know whether or not to do the 2 cables Gently Bentley. I don't know whether or not to do the 2 cables or a bus bar with 1 connection. But we shall see how it goes. One thing I am going to have a look at is I'm going to have a look at the old Thingiverse for the 3D printer to see if anybody out there, see if any of the geeks out there have already done a 3D printed case for things as a bit of permanent protection. So that'll be interesting. If not, once I've proved things out, making a 3D printed box that's sort of well ventilated and whatever would be highly advisable. So that's the state of play for now. Try and keep the video short and sweet, and as I said, I'm having to do them in one go just because of using shitty old mobile phones, the technological breakdowns. And I'll see you later. I'll let you know how it goes. As I said, I've probably fucked up and chosen the wrong one, but that's that. See you later. Take care.